going to prepare something of Thai recipe. I'm going to prepare the Thai prawn fish cake. And I'm also going to actually innovate a vegetarian version for this one. So it's also first try, the vegetarian version. So I'm doing a vegetarian Thai vegan ball, if you call it mushroom balls. So let's have some fun, right? Innovating new dishes. This is not vegan because I have egg in there. But if you like to have it vegan, then you remove the egg. And I think that should be fine too, as long as you can bind the all the ingredients together. So let me show you guys the whole lot of ingredients I have here. I'm doing 2 limes. That means I'm doing the vegan one, the vegetarian ball, and the Thai fish and prawn ball. Yeah, I'm gonna finish off with also basil chicken. If you're keen, then I can continue showing you guys what's the cooking all about. So for the vegetarian one, I'm using this one, tofu. Okay, so just put into a bowl. This is the tofu. This is mushroom already soaked and chopped up. This is a Chinese mushroom, the shiitake mushroom. Okay, but since it's a Thai recipe per se, I'm going to use all the common Thai ingredients to make it more Thai. Since it's a new dish, right, we're just innovating. So I'm adding this one. This is actually Thai lime leaves. I think they call it kaffir. So it has been actually cut into so small pieces. Just roll it up, then just cut it up. And this is actually basil. So I'm also adding this to make it more interesting. Because for vegetarian, I'm not using fish sauce, unlike the non-vegetarian. I'm going to use salt. Okay, some salt. I'm going to add soy sauce. Okay, so just add some soy sauce. And I'm adding something different here. I didn't want to chop garlic in there because there is a lot of herbs here. I'm using some garlic powder for fragrance. Maybe I'll just add a little bit more of basil since I have a lot here. Then we'll just mix this. Plus one more ingredient. I haven't put that in. This is actually Thai chili paste. You can make this yourself. Something similar. Just use I think shallots, chili, lemongrass. Yeah, I guess these are some of the mixture. Onion, soybean oil. Oh, this one has dried shrimp, so this will not be considered a vegetarian one, just for info. So if you're doing a vegetarian one, I would recommend that you make your own dish, you make your own chili. But since I already added in, so this one has dried shrimp in there. So preferably, you can, if you don't want, you can just remove it and then replace with chili. Yeah, chili, soybean oil, some onion, garlic, tamarind, sugar and salt. That's all. And I would prefer to add lemongrass if I'm doing the Thai version as well. But in this case, this is not the one that is pure vegetarian. So I'll just leave it as that since it's already added in. So I'm not going to fuss over it. I'm going to add sugar because Thai food is usually sweet. Okay. So I'm just going to add some sugar in here. And I'm going to add egg white to bind them together. And some flour. This mainly to bind the mixture together. So in this case, I'm using 2 spoons here, about 2 spoons over this amount of mixture. So you can make adjustments yourself according to how much ingredients you have. Okay, we'll just do that first and we'll see how the mixture works out to be for the flour. Okay, and then we just mix everything together. I'll add a little bit more egg. A little bit more flour. This is an experiment dish, just for your information. I've never done this before. It's just a recipe I thought of. I want to try. I'm going a bit more flour. I want them to bind tighter together. Okay, let's try. See whether this will work. I've never done this before. It's just something that I decide to innovate. We'll try later and see how it turns out to be. I'll go with a bit of corn starch in this case. This is supposed to be vegetarian. Unfortunately, the paste comes with shrimp, so I think it's fine. We just have a vegetarian board. Let's do the next version, which is the fish and the prawn. I have this fish. You can use any fish paste. I happen to have, I believe it's tuna. I was given the fish, so I'm not sure what fish is this, but it should be tuna according to my husband. So you can actually buy fish paste also these days from the supermarket. And for the prawn, right, prawn is chopped. Just chop into a bit of chunk, so you can still taste the, you can still bite into the crunch. So these two in. I'm adding salt, fish sauce, pepper. This is the Thai lime leaves, chopped into small pieces. It's going all in here. Thai chili paste, sugar, some sugar. Thai food is usually a bit on the sweet side, right? So they usually add sugar. So just mix. But because I am a chili person, I'm going to add more chili here. I'm just finishing up this as well, since I already cut it. So this is for the sauce later. I'll show you guys later. If you're afraid that it's on the spicy side, you can always add a little bit more sugar to blend in. Sugar actually takes away the spiciness, so just in case. I don't think so because there is some sugar already inside the paste, so I'm fine with that. But because my kids, one of them doesn't take spices, so I'm just going to balance it off. This is the paste for the prawn ball. Okay. So for the chili, you have to adjust accordingly because you don't want it too wet also. This is a little bit wet, but it's okay for me, I think. And I'll just add in some egg white to bind everything together. It's just pure egg white. I'm going to use my hands now. Stir in. See, it's a bit wet because of my paste. So since it's a bit wet, I'm going to add a little bit of plain flour to just support it. You can skip the flour. Okay, you don't have to add the flour. But my mixture is a bit wet, so I'm putting flour here. No, not tom yum. This is actually prawn and fish, Thai prawn and fish cake. So inside there's actually prawn. There's also fish paste, blended, and I added kaffir leaf. And since it's a Thai dish, I also use Thai chili, and I'm going to play with a little bit of basil. So it's actually going to be fried later. It's a little wet. Let's see. So make sure you don't go so generous with your chili paste. I went too generous with my chili paste. Okay, there goes my fish sauce. It's okay. I think we're doing fine. Okay, so I added some flour to just hold it together. Okay, I will let this sit for a short while I heat up the oil. And we'll do the vegetable version first, the vegetable ball. I hope it does stick together because I've never done the vegetable one before. This is just an innovated dish. So you can see the amount of paste on my hand. Okay, so what's in it here? A lot of spices. Actually, it's only the Thai chili, basil, kaffir leaf. I added some pepper, though the one that I saw on the net doesn't have pepper. I prefer to have some pepper inside. I think it's nicer. Yeah, so I tweak it a little bit to suit myself because I like pepper. And also I did the vegetable version. Let's see whether it works, okay? So that's the meat version. We'll do the vegetable version first. This is it. Getting a spoon. I'm doing the vegetable version first. So you can do a vegetarian version, just don't use the Thai chili because the Thai chili has dry shrimp. So dry shrimp will make it not vegetarian. So you can make your own chili sauce, or you can buy from the vegetarian store Thai chili paste. Or you can use chili, onions, lemongrass, tamarind, salt and sugar to make into Thai chili. I think it's just about, adjusting accordingly. So I have this paste, which is tofu and mushroom, shiitake mushroom. I added basil and the kaffir leaf. So the kaffir leaf is the Thai lime leaf, also known as the rough, big one, round ball. And I just mix this. So I'm not sure whether this will turn out well. I will just be very confident with myself, right, to try new dishes, right? Just be adventurous and see how it works out to be. And we just mix the whole mixture together, bind with egg white. In this case, I also added flour to make it bind better. Since these are all veggie, right? And they tend to be more in separate pieces, unlike the meat, right? They actually stick together easily. This one doesn't stick as nicely together. We shall see how it turns out to be. So if you don't want it too spicy, don't put too much of the chili, the Thai chili paste. I like it spicy. I put a little bit too much, but let's see how it tastes, right? We won't know, right, until we try it. So this is my pan. I'm going to fry the vegetarian one first and see how it turns out to be, since this is also a first experiment. So tonight we're having Thai themes dinner. We're having this vegetarian ball, prawn and fish cake, and I'm going to fry chicken basil later. Okay. It's slightly warm already. Oh, you love them spicy, Eunice? Yeah, I actually like spicy stuff a lot. So, but let's see whether this turns out to be well. I'm not going to mess with my hands again, so I'm just going to try to use a spoon to scoop them up and see how it turns out to be. The only thing is a bit slow using the, okay, I give up. I'm going to use my hands. It'll be faster. Chili, I mimic the Thai fish cake in a vegetarian version, but I wasn't mindful to see that actually the Thai chili has shrimp inside. So it's too late by the time I put it in, so I'm not going to bother about, just golden brown, you can remove them. Should be quite easy, right? I bind them with egg white and plain flour, corn flour. But if you don't take animal products, then you skip the egg white. Okay, should be fine. As long as they stick together, it's more for binding them together. Okay, we are done with the vegetarian ball. The vegetable ball. It's not even vegetarian. If I had been mindful, it would be vegetarian. With the sauce, I mean, the Thai paste. But it's okay. Means that we have two different types of options for those who take meat and those who don't take meat. That's about it. See? So now we are going in with the prawn one, the prawn ball. As I shared with you guys, okay, hand is faster. So I'm going in with my hand. This is all fish and prawn, so it cooks very fast also. So it's unlike meat, it takes a bit longer. And you realize I wasn't like making it into balls. I was just freehand, just making these freehand. Okay, last three. And I'll do basil chicken after this. So basil chicken, right? If you are non-meat eater, then remove. I think you can replace with tofu, beancurd. Hi, today we're doing Thai prawn and fish cake. So this is already done. But I did the vegetarian version also. Not a vegetable version, vegetable ball. So you can do a different version. This is the vegetable version. This is just shiitake mushroom and basil tofu. This is the prawn and the fish version. Okay. I'm going to do a sauce to go with this one later. Okay, let me show you the sauce. So this is prawn chop, fish paste, salt, sugar, TOFU leaf, which is the Thai lime leaves. Fish sauce, and we get these. Okay, let me transfer to a plate. You can, let me just make sure you get more oil out of this because it's fried. Later we can remove the paper. So this is the prawn and the fish ball, fish cake. Okay, so this is it. I didn't really, you know, make it into a regular shape. I just use my fingers and then pull it out. Okay. So what I'm gonna show you guys, right, is the sauce that I will use with it. So what is the sauce? Let me show you. The dipping sauce that I'm preparing for this one, I will just use a little bowl. I'll put some chili. This is chili padi, so it's very spicy. Just a little bit. Okay. So you can do more, you do more chili if you can handle more chili. Some soy sauce. Okay. You can skip the soy sauce because the fish sauce is quite sweet. Okay. I'm just doing a little bit of the fish sauce since it's quite salty. I mean. Then some sugar. Some sugar. So this is the paste that I will stir in. Melt the sugar. Okay. This is just a sauce. for dipping. For anyone who wants it more spicy. Otherwise, you can eat it just like that. Yeah. So I'm going to fry a few eggs. Since I use egg white, right, for binding, right, I'm left with a lot of egg yolks. So I decided I will use it up. I will actually fry some eggs to go with rice. So today we have prawn ball, we have vegetable ball. Actually, it's actually prawn and fish cake. Thai prawn and fish cake and vegetable ball. And I'm going to fry a few eggs to go on the rice, and I'm going to cook chicken basil. So today is a Thai style, Thai theme. It's a theme. Thai theme meal with fish cake, vegetable ball. I call it vegetable ball, like, it's just my innovation. This is purely my innovation. So we shall tell you how it tastes, right? Typically, I'm usually quite successful with vegetarian dish. So now, thanks Rizal for watching. Thanks Bilai. Thanks Eunice. Yeah, and I'm gonna try my prawn. Nice. Nice because I added the lime leaf, so it has this fragrant. You know, lime, right, has this fragrance, so it's very refreshing. It's not very meaty taste. Let me try I never done eating in a previous life before, but anyway, this is the vegetarian one. Not bad. I've added chili to give it a bit more spice. I think for the vegetarian one, vegetable ball, you can add a bit more spice to it. You can add more chili to perk up the taste. But I can also use the sauce that I made. Yeah, just skip the fish sauce. Change to a soy sauce in replacement. Add vinegar. Add white vinegar in there. I think that will be fantastic. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.